Hey guys, today's video is something I've had in mind since like sophomore year of high school. But today's recently was a time that like I finally gave some time to this thought, let it mature and got the words to actually put my ideas into like an actual like concept. Today's video is based off of this sticky note. There's a reason for a starting gun. You're never ever ready. So what does that mean? I don't know if you guys have ever run track before, but you've probably seen a meme. There's a guy with a gun, he shoots it, and that's when the runners get the signal to go, run. And I remember this is like a very stupid thought I had back in like freshman or sophomore year when I used to do track in high school. When like the if the gun like went off a second before or after, that means the people running would run a second or before or after, right? So that means the starting gun controls when they go. But what if the gun never went off, right? Would anyone go? Would the meet occur? Would Let's say the gun doesn't control the timing, for instance. Here, like in Texas, when the gun goes off, it's connected to a clock that starts a timer. Let's just say that when you cross the start line, when you get to the finish line, that's when the time goes. Will anyone go? And I thought to myself, no. Because the meet demands you to declare yourself ready, right? Ready to run, ready to race. But the thing is that you're never ready. Because if you look at a track meet, it takes away from practice, right? Of course, there's the day or two leading up to the meet where you have to relax your body. You have to do the norm attack. You have to hop in the ice bath. You have to do recovery stuff. You have to stretch well. You have to eat well, sleep well. And then there's, of course, the day of the meet where you can't practice, like the day of the meet. That's just stupid. You're going to do bad in the meet. Which means that you're giving up a version of yourself that could be even more readier. And that just defeats the whole purpose, right? Because then that proves that you yourself are not ready. So the gun determines readiness. And I applied this recently, like when I was thinking about it again. Life doesn't have guns. This is not like a dig at the Second Amendment, but there's no gun for a lot of things in life. Let's say that you want to start a business, right? For example, there's no gun for that. There's no one telling you, hey, by the end of this week, you should start your domain. You should launch the domain. By the end of the month, you should have a prototype. By 3 months, you should have what's it called? You should have like inventory set up, ready to go. There's nothing like that. Full disclosure, I recorded this video before, but it didn't get out. Like the video file was fucked, so I'm redoing this again. It's not a good feeling redoing a video because I like to do my videos like all in one take, natural, without thinking about it, and now I'm trying to think about what I did before. But anyways, I digress. Back to what I was saying. There's no track marshal waiting for you with the gun up in the air, ready to shoot, and you're ready to go. Sometimes you gotta be both the sprinter and your own track marshal. And it's a very conflicting thing because on one hand you have to be your own manager, and a lot of ideas don't even die because of failure. They don't die because of lack of execution or lack of skill or lack of hard work even. They die because of a lack of procrastination. They die because most people aren't even willing to take the first step, let alone the next 10,000. And there was this like Chinese proverb that I saw like a while ago. It was like the first step of a journey is always the hardest. And I felt like that, but I felt like that at times, but I've been very good at just doing what my mind tells me to do. If there's an itch, I scratch it immediately. I don't think about, this could be a bad thing or a good thing, but I don't think. I just do. If I have an idea, I do it. I had this idea yesterday. I'm making a video about it today. And I'm grateful for that, and I think a lot of more people should be like that. For me, every day is a gun. I try to get as much done every day as possible. Look at this to-do board. This was for yesterday. I didn't get to do one today because I had a friend come over and visit me from Dallas, so low-key spent the entire day with him. Sometimes your goals got to take a backseat to people who value you and you value. But anyways, back to the thing, the starting gun analogy. You have to put starting guns because if there's no starting guns, you're never gonna go, right? Imagine you had an essay, right? But there's no due date. Would you ever get around to writing that essay? No. Due dates are the only thing that keep us motivated. And the due date is akin to a starting gun in a track conversation in the context of classroom. So why are we not employing due dates in our own life? So in the last take of this video, I talked about how I had one of my songs, Stay the Night, right? It probably is one of my favorite songs I've made, and with good reason too. Like, I put so much work into it, probably more effort than it was worth at the time, and at the stage of my career right now, it's not worth that effort. It took me 8 months to make that song. I started making that song when I was a junior in high school. I didn't release it until summer of senior year, like after I'd graduated, which is a fucking insane timeline for a song, and at a stage where I need to be pumping out content for music. It's a really good song. You should go listen to it. Stay the Night by Darren McQueen. Shameless plug. Go listen to it. It's on everything. But anyways, I came up with a new system. I haven't recorded in a while because physics and summer classes have low-key been kicking my ass. But anyways, I'm going to get back to recording in like August and shit when the school year starts up again after summer classes are done beating my ass. But anyways, when I was recording my Mania EP, I would give myself a time limit. I only have this week to make this song. After that week ends, I'm done with the song, right? There was no coming back to it. There was no, oh, I can tweak this, I can tweak that. No, this is it. This is good. This is good enough. We can go. And a lot of times we need to be like that. I used to have a really big problem with analysis paralysis because I would do a single line, a single stanza would have 10 takes in it. And taking those takes, recording those takes alone takes a long time. Imagine how long stitching it takes. Imagine how long mixing and mastering it takes. Imagine how long it takes to make it like one cohesive sentence with one cohesive line without any like stuttering in it or like weird artifact sounds on it. And I think that's a thing that can be applied to a lot of things. Like, let's say you want to be a director. That's your biggest goal in life. You want to make movies. You could spend 2 days making a script for something that parallels the Odyssey. Homer's work is trumped by yours. But I think it would be more useful use of your time if you made a 5-minute YouTube skit just with yourself as an actor. You know, try to get camera angles right. Try to make a story on your feet. Get the reps in. At a certain stage in the beginning of someone's career, reps, like, quantity matters more than quality, right? Look at Lil Baby's a bad example. I'm trying to think of someone that really pushed stuff. Let's take me, for example. Fuck it. I'm the GOAT musician, okay? This is how I see myself, right? Right now, I want to make as many songs as possible. An EP a month if I can, right? And as I get bigger and bigger, my projects are going to take more and more time because quality is expected of me. No one expects quality out of a guy who has 70 monthly listeners. They expect a level of quality, but they don't expect it to be here. So I have to beat the analysis paralysis and get to where I want to go. And later on, when I get to where I am, I'm going to take much more time. I'm going to take 2 years, 3 years between albums. It's going to be slower because I need more quality. I can take the time. I have the luxury to afford the time. Water break. If you're watching this and you've had water in a while, drink some water, gang. But anyways, let's get back to the starting gun thing. You're never going to be ready because the work, all of that happens before and after, never in the moment. I don't even know what that means. That sounds profound though. But when you're whatever starting line you're at, right? When your hands are down in 3-4 point stance like this, ready to go, just remember there's always not going to be a gun. Sorry, not always going to be a gun, right? Sometimes you'll have an assignment. Like, let's say you're a med student. You got an MCAT looming around. You got finals looming around all the time. You got guns for that. But there's some stuff you don't have guns for. And you have to account for that stuff. And a lot of times in life, you never know if there's a gun. Because a lot of stuff has time limits on it. You know, if I wanted to be a football player in high school, I don't have that anymore. Like, that chance is gone, long gone. I've been graduated for almost more than a year now. And I have to internalize that. And don't wait too long. Because sometimes the clock runs out fully for all of us. Not even one aspect clock. Like, we just died. So take that into mind. Don't be scared of that. Push into that. Set guns against yourself and be your own track marshal. And just ready, set, go toward your goals. Stop making it too complicated for yourself. And last of all, I just want to say thank you to you guys. My last video, Greatness Isn't for Normies, got over 100 views, which is insane for this channel. A lot of my videos, sometimes I'll see them like a week later, like the view counts, and it'll be like no views, 4 views. So seeing 100 views really, really made me happy. And for the first time since I checked in a while, we were stuck at like 5 subscribers for a while. And now we're at 9. And I know that doesn't seem like much to any of you, but to me that means so much. I'm so excited. 4 more people joined the classroom. You know, that's insane. And it makes me so happy more people want to learn from me, and you guys are happy, and I want to see more people profiting from my experiences. I'm not saying I'm where I want to be or that you have to listen to me, but I just feel like I can offer a perspective that a lot of people can, you know, kind of internalize with, because I'm closer to you guys than like other gurus. So it's easier to learn from me than other people. It's hard, like, coming up with the emotions again, because I already took this video again. So sorry if this video was kind of convoluted, because I was keep trying to think what I said in the last one. I don't do scripts for these. These are all raw, one take shits. So I was keep trying to remember what I said. What did I say in the last video? What did I say? So sorry if this was kind of convoluted. So many more videos are in line. Next one's probably going to be about one of the most important lessons my high school track coach ever taught me. And that deserves a video on its own. So without further ado, I'm going to finish this shit. I don't know how to do an outro, so just see you guys. See you guys in the next video, probably tomorrow. Still trying to do daily uploads.